Elementary art is about the process, not the product. Why did you become an art teacher?
I became an art teacher because I've always liked art, and I was an art major at college and liked doing everything, and it was hard to choose one particular medium like painting or fibers or whatever, or ceramics, so I just wanted to do all of them, and so it was just easiest to become an art teacher because then I could do all of them.
Why did you choose Riverdale?
Riverdale had an opening at the time when I was looking for positions, and I was in between jobs. I had been teaching homeschool, and I saw that they needed a elementary art teacher, and I was always interested in Riverdale. I hadn't known much about it, but I checked it out, and so here I am. So that was 6 years ago.
Why did you choose elementary?
I chose elementary because I started in elementary, so I had more experience there. And when I switched to middle and high school, I enjoyed working with the older students, but I had more experience in elementary, and I think that I like the projects that I do with elementary a little bit better.
And how important is the arts for schools?
Very important, because the arts pull everything together that you learn in all of your other subjects. It pulls together writing and literature and history and math and science and language and pretty much everything, and it gives students a chance to create using all of their knowledge and their experience, and it gives them an opportunity to think outside the box. You hear that a lot, but also to make mistakes and learn to fix them, and it just gives them a flexibility and a maturity I think they don't get to have if they don't work with art materials.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Middle school and high school art in full bloom. Okay. Why did you become an art teacher?
I love working with kids. I love inspiring people. It's what I've been built to do from the beginning. I started out as an art student and just progressed as an artist. And that's what I love doing, is passing on the mantle of what God's given me to teach others.
Why Riverdale?
Why Riverdale? The Lord sent me, really. I had been working in a public school, and I just decided, let me put out my application. I put it in to a few schools, and Riverdale responded.
How important is the arts for schools?
Very much. Our world is a creative world in itself. It's the first foundation God did. When God created the heavens and earth, it dealt with color, lines, texture, just the whole aspects. And to get someone to think creatively, it just expands on your thinking outside the box, expanding on ideas. I mean, we creative in our clothing, we're creative with our hair, we're creative with how we think on the level of projects, development. You know, it's the starting foundation of every area. It starts out with an idea and it progresses from there. And that starts with art.
And in what ways do you think we can expand the arts program at Riverdale?
I think Riverdale can help by allowing the children to express themselves creatively definitely giving them godly guidelines, but allow them to see there's a creative world out there, and it's okay to be unique in your own way. Proper material to do that, which is something that we really need in this school, is material, supplies. Give our parents the information that's out there to see that art is just not a hobby, but it really can be a career. Some of our hairstylists started out in art programs. Some of our scientists started in art programs. Matter of fact, there was an article not too long ago from Johns Hopkins that some of the medical doctors were artists before they became med students, and how it has affected them as being greater doctors in the doctor force position. Just allowing them to expand. Give the material. Open up more of dance program, art program. It amazes me that we have all these gifted students, but some of them never share with us their gifts because we don't have the proper material to be able to utilize that. Bring some teachers in that actually have a passion and have went to school for that very source to expand on our students.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How did you get into art?
Well, when I was younger, actually, for as long as I can remember, I have always practiced art. I actually got into art because me and my sister, we would always watch TV. And then one day she decided she wanted to draw the cartoons on the TV. And me being a younger sister and all, I wanted to copy her. So that's pretty much how I got into drawing. And then once I did that, in my second grade year, I met an art teacher, and then she had an institute outside of school. So from there, and I've actually been attending that institute, NTC Art Studios, for almost 11 years now. And so from there, I was able to practice my art and perfect it.
How do you feel about the arts at Riverdale?
Riverdale, okay, we do have art class, but I feel like at Riverdale the arts aren't really emphasized as much as they should. Like for example, Riverdale really like pumps up sports because sports is life at Riverdale. Like everybody loves sports and everything, but then again, there's so many more people who have different talents and capabilities and so many more things they can do. And I just wish that Riverdale would kind of expand and touch on those different aspects other than just sports and education. So I feel like if we institute more art, then it would touch, with people like me, it would be beneficial.
Can you give an example of how to improve this problem?
Well, actually, one thing we can do is have an annual art show. Like, I feel like if Riverdale maybe like set up a art show in the MP room or something like that, they can display students' artwork, and then other people can see their talents, maybe invite some guests who can give them scholarship opportunities and just stuff so they can really like get out in the world and expose their work.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Why did you become a music teacher?
Well, because I have always loved music. I've loved singing, I love playing, it's just kind of like a pastime that I love to do, and I want to teach children to love it as well. So that's probably why.
Why did you choose Riverdale?
Now that one, it just was the job that came open at the time. I was moving here from Hawaii and needed a job and applied, and there was one open.
Why elementary?
It's such a fun age to see, for instance, like K-5 students who, when you explain, they're learning Yankee Doodle, and you explain to them that macaroni means you look really good. And so they giggle, and then they enjoy singing, they enjoy marching. It's just the fun of it. It's a lot of fun to teach elementary.
Okay.
In many ways.
How important do you think the arts are for schools?
Very. I think they connect with you know, all other subjects. There's a lot of math involved in music. There's science, vibration, and a lot of historical connection. Yeah, I think music's very important just because of connecting and because it gives children a chance to express themselves in ways that they couldn't otherwise express themselves.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So how did you become a theater teacher?
Well, ever since I was young, I always loved the arts. I loved singing, I loved acting, and I just always wanted to be a performer. And when I went to college, I decided to study education so that way I could eventually teach if there was no options for performing at the time. And I wanted to be able to impart, you know, my love for theater and my love for music with other students as well.
Why did you choose Riverdale to work at?
Well, I went to school in Florida and I knew some people in this area and they told me that there was an opening here at Riverdale for the speech and theater teacher, and right around the time that I was graduating, so I applied, I interviewed, and I got the job, and here I am 9 years later.
How important are the arts for schools?
The arts are very important to schools. They make for a very well-rounded individual. Students are able to do more than just academics, and it is proven that music and theater, art, all of those different things take a big part in making them a more well-rounded individual, and it even helps them to improve in their academics as well.
I was your stage manager this year. How did I do as a stage manager?
Jonna, you did a very good job as my stage manager. You were very dependable. You were there at all of my rehearsals to help me and to assist me with what I needed to do. You took charge. You knew the script very well, just as well as I did. And so you were very helpful, and I appreciated all of your hard work.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Adana. How did you get into drama?
Well, I've been in drama for a really long time. It started even back in elementary school. I was in one production then. It was like a cute little Cinderella story type production. I don't remember the name of it, but that was the first play that I did. And then from then on, I didn't do much until middle school. 6th grade, that's when I really started. I went to a summer theater program, and I just fell in love with theater. And from that point on, I just kept pursuing it, and it became one of my main interests and something that I really love to do. And that's how I got into it.
How do you feel about the arts at Riverdale?
Well, I think the arts are definitely underrepresented at Riverdale. They try and say that this isn't a sports school, but it definitely is. You know, you can see it just in everything. That's what's highlighted most, and I feel like there are just so many kids at this school, and not everyone is into sports. Not everyone is here for sports. There are kids who have other talents, but because of the limited number of organizations and clubs at Riverdale, these kids don't have a chance to really express themselves or try different things to see what they're into. So I definitely feel like the arts at Riverdale could be improved upon.
How do you think they should be improved?
Well, I definitely think the program could be improved by getting someone whose sole job is to put on the productions and the plays, and then maybe increasing the number of plays we have each year and holding serious auditions. And for other clubs, yeah, I think other clubs should be founded for other people's interests. Mainly, yeah. Just that, I suppose.
This has been a Samina and Jonna production. We had so much fun working on this collaboration. Thank you for watching our senior capstone.